Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I have a little something different for you. Today I'm going to be doing a sort of discussion style video while playing a match of Dead by Daylight at the same time. Figured to give you guys a little something extra to watch, a little more entertaining perhaps, while giving me a little extra challenge as I fumble over what I'm saying while trying to play at the same time. Already kind of happening. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about my top 5 Dead by Daylight hot takes. If you don't know what a hot take is, it's basically just like an opinion that you have that would make people call you crazy or freak out over, kind of a thing. Stuff, you know, that makes Twitter go crazy. Oh, let's see here. Someone else is here. Yep. Going there. Let's see if this will work. So nice. Okay. Like I said, jumbling a lot. Alright, my first DBD hot take, well actually my first 2 DBD hot takes have to do with the end game. My first hot take is that no one escapes death should be base kit. I know, absolutely insane. I just feel like the end game is kind of boring and could use a little bit of spicing up, and I just bash into a wall. But yeah, as killer and survivor, I just feel like the end game is pretty much the same every single time, and nobody really uses no-ed, so, you know, the only time that endgame really does get exciting is if the killer is running no-ed. I don't know, I think it'd be nice if it was base kit. It also gives the survivors some extra objective throughout the match. Now, I think if this did happen... Is she just looping me around this tree? Or this tire? I guess she is. I think before anything like that would happen, I think they would have to... you know, fix the gen kick meta, stuff like that, make the game a little bit more bearable for survivors at the moment, so that they actually want to do totems and not just blast generators and get out. Oh, hello. But yeah, I think no-ed base kit would be awesome. My second DBD hot take, oh boy, is that decisive strike should go back to working during the end game. And I also think that it should have a 5-second stun like it used to and not a 3-second stun. See, I got a little something for everybody. A little bit of killer opinions, a little bit of survivor opinions. Yeah, I really do miss when Decisive Strike worked in the end game. That was my favorite time to use it. I know some people think that it's a free escape, as you might say, but killers can also kind of get a free kill if they just tunnel the last person out. I'm gonna wait here. Okay, they're just giving up. I was hoping to intercept another person here. There you go. Alright, I won't camp. Keep you guys in the comments happy. I'll get out of here. Nice. How'd you damn? Okay, actually I am gonna go back. I was expecting to at least get a hit there, but that's rough. Okay. Is she just dead now? I'm gonna make you go mend. Those first 3 gens did go pretty quick. But yeah, Decisive Strike working in the end game would be nice. And also having a 5-second stun, again, would be nice, in my opinion. Now, I don't think off the record should work in the end game. I think that would be overkill. Because if you have Decisive and off the record working in the end game, you could just tank multiple hits, and the killer basically has to tunnel you. Look at that, Dead Heart is so overpowered. But yeah, so that's what I would... I know there's a lot of people that are going to disagree with that as well, but that's what I would say are my 2 first hot takes. Look at that, down to 1 gen. And we got 2 out, perfect. Oh no, never mind. She's not out yet. Yeah, they split these gens really well. Oh, there's the Rebecca. Alright, my third DBD hot take is that I think wholeheartedly that they should add voice chat and emotes to Dead by Daylight. Are you gonna go right to Shaq? I don't know if I want to take that chase if you do. I'm gonna just hit you. She gave up on hook, okay. But yeah, ooh, little bag, I like it, I like it. See, I wish that instead of teabagging there, she could have, like, you know, bust a move or something. Something more exciting. And I know that people are like, no, don't add voice chat. Don't add voice chat because the game, it'll be toxic. I don't want to hear people yelling at me. Well, listen, they'll give you an option to turn it off, okay? It would be so damn funny it would be so much content if they would add proximity voice chat. And I also think that they should add dance emotes, stuff like that, to make the game a little bit more, there you go. A little more silly, a little more fun. Kind of like Friday the 13th had, you know, they had some dance emotes, and I think it kind of kept the game from dying a little bit. It kind of has died, but I think it definitely kept the game more fun for the player base. And I think adding stuff like that to Dead by Daylight would be really fun. Imagine you're, you know, pallet stunning a trapper and then you just bust a move and start whipping it back. Or imagine you're camping the basement and you're just busting a move right in front of the hook survivor. Come on, that's pure, it's pure gold. You can't tell me otherwise. My second, or I guess my fourth, I was thinking second to last. My fourth DBD hot take is that DBD is not survivor-sided. I know that that's not a hot take for everybody, but ooh, that was actually close. She didn't expect the bamboozle. DBD is not survivor-sided. I don't think it is. I don't necessarily think it's killer-sided. I think killer obviously got a pretty sizable buff recently. I think it just depends match to match. I did an experiment recently where I played 12 matches of solo queue and then 12 matches of face camp Bubba, where I just literally stood there and let my gen perks play the game for me. I won 11 out of 12 games with face camp Bubba. Wow, you crouched just for that one. Nice. I like it though. I like the moves. That was actually a quick match. Ooh, am I gonna make this hook? I think I will. But I think, you know, obviously if you go against a really sweaty survivor with friends, it's gonna feel survivor-sided, just like if you go against an all slowdown nurse, it's gonna feel killer-sided. It's all circumstantial. It depends on how good the survivors are, how good the killer is, what perks everybody's running, all that good stuff. So yeah, I don't think it's a survivor-sided game. I haven't thought that in a very long time. And the match is over. I haven't even gotten to my number one spot yet. Which, my number one spot, I think, is fairly obvious, and it's something I've talked about for a long time, and that's just that playstyles are not toxic. Playstyles do not equal toxic, and I know that there's a lot of people in the community that disagree with me on this. They think, you know, slugging is toxic, camping is toxic, tunneling, flashlight squads, sabo squads, teabagging, all that stuff. They think it is toxic, it's malicious, and everything, and I completely disagree. I think none of that stuff is toxic. I think it's silly to equate that stuff to actual, like, using the word toxic. Like, the word toxic just means nothing. I know that that's kind of a meme joke in the community that the word toxic is used so much that it means nothing. And that's honestly true, because everything that you do in this game, people will just say, oh, this killer's toxic or these survivors are toxic. And it's ridiculous. It's your game. You paid for it. You can play how you want, and you can't assume the other side's intentions without knowing their actual intentions. Like, if you get camped or tunneled, you can't assume that that person is just hates you or wants you to have a miserable time. They could just, you know, be trying to win, or that's how they enjoy playing the game. You make the malicious intent. You create it by assuming it. Now, if somebody is after the match, you know, talking shit to you, then yeah, then you would know that they probably had malicious intentions, because you see that in real life afterwards. But until you see the person's actual intentions, you can't just assume that. And if you are going to assume something, you might as well assume the best, because if you constantly assume the worst, then you're just going to have a miserable time every single match and think that every single person you play against is toxic and evil, and that's just not a good way to enjoy the game. You probably won't enjoy the game unless you're winning, which is not always fun, you know, because you're not going to win every game. So you got to kind of learn to enjoy when you lose. Not enjoy when you lose, but be able to shake it off a little bit better. In my opinion, playstyles and all that stuff can be annoying or frustrating, but I don't think that it ever really reaches the line of toxicity. Once you get to the outside of the game stuff, like the harassment, insults, slurs, whatever, that is where I like to reserve the word toxic, so that, you know, you're not calling that toxic and playstyles toxic, because then you kind of group it all together, and it's just not the same thing. It's really silly to call both things toxic. And I know that you could argue there's different levels of toxicity. I think it's better to just not use the word to describe both things, because they're not both toxic. Anyways, those are my 5 DBD hot takes. I know that they are hot takes and you might probably disagree with them. So if you want to let me know what you think down below, let me know if you disagree or what you do agree with. Let me know if you like this style of video. I know the match ended kind of earlier than I expected, so I'm sitting here just with Bubba as we wrap up this video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you do want to see more videos like this, then I'll do another Bubba match, maybe with a different build, or I could do a different killer. I don't know. I'm just trying new stuff and seeing what you guys, what you guys think of it. So love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.